Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mano 777, and we're back inside of Destiny here with your vendor reset video. We're going to be going over all the tier 12 armor pieces and ghosts and class items that you can get, as well as the weapons you should pick up for this week. So if you like something in this video, a positive rating would be greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 content, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you are picking up this week. First of all, while we're hanging out here chilling between the Crucible folks, we're going to cover all the tier 12 items this week, and there really aren't a lot, despite what other YouTubers might say. I'm going to be bringing you all the information that actually is making sense and true, and not just clickbait. So here is exactly how many items are going to be 100% or 99% rolls this week. First of all, if you go over to the Titan Vanguard, there is a ghost over there that is an intellect strength ghost that is going to be 100%. Next, over at the Warlock Vanguard, there is a ghost that's going to be 100% if you are on your Warlock, for example, and that's going to be an intellect discipline ghost. So if you're looking over at the Warlock Vanguard, that's one you can get. Also, if you go over to the Future War Cult, there's going to be a ghost there that's going to be intellect and discipline as well. We're going to go over to the Future War Cult vendor as well. Going over and looking at the rest of the items this week, we've also got a ghost over here by the Vanguard Lord Shaxx by the Crucible Handler. That's going to be an intellect strength roll ghost over here, and there it is right there. The Crucible Shell is going to be an intellect strength roll there if you need a 100% roll. Let's go over and take a look at the final 100% rolled item, and that is going to be the Defender's Mark. If you go over to the Tower North, which is going to be over to the right of where I am, there is a Defender's Mark that is a 100% roll this week, and that is Discipline and Strength. There is going to be a Sunsinger's Bond over there that is close. It is a 98% roll, which is not bad, over at the Speaker as well. But that's all the tier 12 items you can get this week in terms of items and class items and armor and things like that. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the Crucible Quartermaster and what they have in store for us. No vendor reset would be complete without looking at the Palindrome. Last week we had a god tier version of the Palindrome. This week leaves something to be desired. We do not have Rangefinder, but we do have Third Eye. We do have a Rifled Barrel as well as Spray and Play and Mulligan. This is not a bad roll if you really need a Palindrome. Definitely an option this week because Rifled Barrel is there. It's not bad, but definitely not nearly as good as it was last week. Let's take a look at the Party Favor. The Party Favor is okay. It does have perfect balance, which is going to be pretty nice, but again, not amazing over here. Not really anything to speak of this week here in terms of rolls. Maybe if you like the slower firing Anton's Rule, it does have Rangefinder on it as well as hand loaded. That might actually be pretty nice. With a Feeding Frenzy, that's actually probably not too bad of a roll. I do notice that this fires just a slight bit slower than the Wormwood or things like that. So if you're enjoying using an Anton's Rule, or if we can get used to the fire rate, that is going to be my recommendations for you over here at the Crucible Quartermaster. Next up, let's go to the Vanguard Quartermaster and see what he has in store for us there. Okay, we're here at the Vanguard Quartermaster. Let's take a look and see what we have in store for us here. The Parthian Shot, which again, I'm not a huge fan of with this current meta. I feel like it fires just a little bit too slow to compete with maybe like hand cannons and stuff like that, but some people really enjoy using it. I know last week the Parthian Shot was a very good roll. It's a pretty good roll this week. It's got Outlaw, Handlaid Stock, and Counterbalance. Handlaid Stock and Counterbalance working together are going to be very, very strong, especially if you can get headshots with Outlaw. This is going to probably be one of my top weapons this week to pick up if you are interested in that archetype of weapon. Next up, the How Dare You does have a pretty good roll for How Dare You. It has Rifled Barrel as well as Rangefinder, but again, this is sub tier in terms of the Palindrome. But if you really need a hand cannon this week and you want to use it, honestly, the Palindrome is not going to be probably your best bet, and this actually might be a little bit better because Rifled Barrel, you can see the range doesn't go up that much, but with Rangefinder it's going to be a little bit stronger than this week's Palindrome if you do need it. It does have Mulligan. It also has partial refund for you this week. I would say the top ones to pick up this week are the Parthian Shot and the How Dare You. Do have some pretty decent other rolls here, but nothing really to speak of or to write home about. Let's go over to Dead Orbit and see what he has in stock for us over here. We're here at Iraq Jalal, and there's nothing really amazing here. The Extremophile is actually pretty good this week. It's not bad. I would definitely say that this might be one of the stronger rolls because you can boost the range. It's also got Snapshot as well as armor piercing rounds and glass half full. From this vendor, I would probably say the Extremophile is going to be your best. The Keystone is not nearly as powerful as it once was. Last week's was amazing. It does have Firefly. This is probably going to be a PvE roll at best. It does not have explosive rounds. I would probably wait and take a look at future work halt. I'm going to be going over that here in a little bit. But again, nothing really amazing. This doesn't really have a really good rocket launcher this week as well. It doesn't have a very high velocity with the Unto Dust 0-0. It does have tracking, but its velocity is so slow. I think that you would be better off just checking out some of the other vendor rolls this week. Let's go over to a future work halt and see what they have in store for us up there. For all the other vendors not really having anything amazing, Future Work Halt has quite a few nice items. We've got some pretty good items all around. The Whale is not bad. Again, I would probably take the Hand Cannon, the How Dare You down over there a little bit better, but the Waltz is actually in a pretty good spot. It's got small bore, armor piercing rounds, quick draw. It's not bad. Definitely not too bad at all. This is going to be my top pick of the week. It's got explosive rounds. It's got hammer forged or triple tap. I'm honestly going to be running triple tap, but most importantly, it has crowd control. Explosive rounds with crowd control in any kind of a PvE situation is amazing. And with triple tap, you can rapidly land precision hits and will return a round to the magazine. That's actually very, very strong. This is my top pick for PvE for the week, so this is one that I think you should get. Again, the Angel's Advocate and the Dead Orbit Keystone just don't stand up versus this one. So if you're looking for a scout rifle for PvE, pick this one up. I'm actually going to pick this one up for my Xbox as I don't have one that has explosive rounds and crowd control together. I do have triple tap and explosive rounds, which is a lot of fun to use. Of course, with the current meta, we have to take a look at the Wormwood, and the Wormwood is great this week. We got high caliber rounds, fitted stock, or Cascade with rangefinder. I don't think Snapshot is really that amazing on a sidearm, but if you do like that, I would much rather use high caliber rounds. And with rangefinder on here with a nice rate of fire hand cannon, I'd say the Wormwood is the one you want to pick up this week. Again, make sure you take a look at the Intellect Discipline Ghost. So really some nice things this week. And finally, also the Warpath is back to its old ways. Some of people were talking about the fact that the Warpath does have the ability to get do more damage than a Dark Drinker. It does have Field Scout, it does have Javelin, and it does have Cluster Bombs this week. So a really nice roll on the Warpath as well. Some really good PvE rolls this week from Future War Cult. So for everything else that's been lackluster, this over here at Future War Cult is great this week. So definitely recommend going over there. Finally, let's go over to New Monarchy and see what we have in store over there. All right, we're over here at New Monarchy. Let's take a look at what we have this week. The Assembly 2 is okay. It's got rangefinder on it, but it doesn't have a stability roll, so that is kind of a negative in terms of its favor. But if you need to get an auto rifle with high rate of fire, this is the one for you. The Free Will is kind of a meh roll this week. Again, it doesn't have anything amazing. The range is very, very low on it. I'd skip it this week. Wouldn't necessarily recommend it. The Impeacher is not as good as the Wormwood. It doesn't have any kind of a range boost to it. Yeah, really nothing that great over here at New Monarchy, including ghosts. There is an Intellect Discipline roll of 34-35, so about a 99% roll on that Senator Shell. But again, I'd recommend just saving everything, maybe picking up the Future War Cult reputation over there and dropping everything this week, because everything seems to be at Future War Cult this week. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video, enjoy the vendor resets. I tried to do it and balance it out where I kind of recommended 1 or 2 items from each vendor instead of just going through all of them all together, because I don't really want to do that. I want to make sure that I'm recommending some really good rolls for you to pick up this week. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys enjoy Iron Banner. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy something, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you liked about the video or what you'd like me to cover instead. Again, hit that subscribe button for more Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 content. Check out my Twitch live streams or hop on over if you need help with raids or Iron Banner or other things like that. And guys, with that, that's our vendor reset video for this week. I'll see you next time in the universe of Destiny.